There we go. Now I believe that we're live because I pressed the button that said that we were live.
I hope so. Hopefully, we get a couple people in here.
Yeah, we'll see. Even if we don't, it's fine. We can pretend that we do.
We usually have at least two or
Yeah,
three.
there's already one. I know one person was waiting. So whoever you are, you don't have to chat, but if you say hi, we'll say hi back. Anyways, what have we got? Zach,
What do we got from me?
what have we got Patreon wise? We usually have
What
like
do
a
we got
topic to talk
Patreon?
about. Yeah,
We can make it one up on top of our head.
sounds good.
Wes,
Wes, what you
your
got?
top top five favorite Black Series figures.
Oh
My
wow.
top five
Well, hold on.
favorite
You
Black
want to do
Series
this now
figures.
and not on the podcast? Okay.
Well, we got to fill some time for Patreon members. We
Okay,
got
that's
some
true.
stuff.
We'll
We have some
redo it.
questions.
Let's
Okay,
see
fine. Name
here.
your top. Yeah, there you go. Just
There you go.
Top five. We got the Book of Boba Fett, actually Mandalorian Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So that's my
yeah,
number
good
one.
choice. I love
Got
this Toby can in
Mandalorian.
here.
Okay.
Love this Mando. We got Creole. Love Creole.
Love Creole.
He's sick.
Then number four spot, we got this guy right here. I love these commandos.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of count this one as all of them since they're the same mold.
100%. Oh, I forgot. I got one of those for
Yeah, you
for
got
my
your fine edition.
fine edition.
And then my last guy, Wrecker.
That's
Yeah.
my
Wrecker.
boy.
Solid. Good list. Hey, Mike's leaving. But welcome, Patreon members. Big thank you for being Patreon members, of course. No matter what tier you. Well, I guess you got to be on the $5 tier or above.
You have to be on the
be able to
$5
watch this,
tier to watch the playback, but you have to be on the $11.38 tier to be watching right now. So
Yeah.
all the people
Big
watching
shout
right
out
now,
to you all
yeah.
watching.
Although that's changing next
next week.
Oh, that's right. Next week we're gonna have a smorgasbord of people. Anyone will be able to watch live. We got the Gamer Zone 24 and Ethan Becerra. So I guess we're gonna announce it in the show, but we can talk about it a little bit more in depth for this. So
Yeah.
what did we decide on? The 9th?
I think the 9th for now. I think that's the best date probably.
Yeah, okay.
Friday
So
night, people
Friday,
hopefully not
September
doing too much.
9th, we're going to be doing a live show. Any Patreon supporter from the $2 tier on up can be on the live show. And we'll be randomly pulling people in for 10 or so minutes to talk live on the show. Just a kind of a celebration of our 1-year anniversary. We'll be doing a giveaway.
Yep.
Have we decided? You want to decide officially the giveaway
Yeah.
figures now? We should probably do that. I definitely, because I accidentally got a second one. Speaking of what we were talking about earlier, West, I have 2 of these now because I pre-ordered one in store and then I also ordered it online. And it came in online and I totally forgot that I pre-ordered it in store. And I paid for it up front. So it's not even like I put $5 down at GameStop. I just paid for it. So I went in to pick it up and I'm like, can I return this? And he was like, yeah. And then I thought about it and I was like, no, I'll keep it because I bet I could do, like, I bet someone will want it for a giveaway or something. So I decided to keep it for that. So that's my contribution to the giveaway is Sev.
And I'm gonna do the Darth Vader from Obi-Wan Kenobi since I got obviously 2 in the case.
Since we got
So-
2 in the case. Yep.
Hopefully, someone out there in the Patreon member, doesn't have this, or hey, if you do have it, 2
Yeah.
Vaders, you can put them on your Rogue One shelf, and you can put them on your New Hope shelf.
Absolutely.
You can put them anywhere, really. You
can
can put them on
yeah.
your Rebels shelf.
There's so many
Those-
places for him.
Yeah, there's everywhere, so you can't go wrong with multiple Vaders. I have,
Absolutely. No, I have
Yeah.
every Vader I've got in a different spot.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
yeah. So we're gonna give away the Sev and the Vader during our live giveaway. We're gonna do the Wheel of Death, right?
Because it's
At the
fun.
beginning,
Absolutely.
because it's fun. Yeah.
Yeah, the problem, not the problem, but you wanted to do like a quiz thing.
Yeah, I thought
My
yeah.
problem with that is I don't know what questions are too hard or aren't too hard.
Well, see, I was thinking we could have a bunch of questions, and then we could be like, "All right, West, you got 20 seconds to answer, but you can't Google or anything." And like if it's on camera, we can watch them. What's
That's true,
the number
but-
28 figure in the red box?
Oh
You
wow,
had
okay.
15
Oh, I
seconds,
wouldn't even know.
and then
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I wouldn't.
right, like,
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know
just
either, honestly.
some tough questions, so that way if they do answer it, maybe not that tough because that's really like, all right, what's the first figure in the orange box line? Number
Oh, the Luke
01.
Skywalker. That's easy.
Yeah. So maybe
Yeah.
something like that, but
Somewhere in the middle.
if you're a Patreon member of ours, you probably know that right off the bat.
Yeah.
Because if you're paying money to a Black Series podcast, I feel like you're pretty hardcore. So that might be too softball, but we can do the Wheel of Death, and we'll do something like that, later down the road one day.
What?
Uh,
What is
so
20?
you
Let's
can
see.
also win
Jin Erso's 22.
my
23,
passport.
24, 25, 26.
Mike
26
should-
is unmasked Kylo Ren.
What's 27? I think I said 27, or did I say 26?
Oh, right. No, you did say 27 is Director Krennic.
You want to win my passport, Mike?
No, I don't want to win your passport.
We can give that away.
I don't look.
It's actually
anything like
it's
you.
actually my wife's passport. But
No, then I'll take
Well, I
that.
don't need-
100%. No, I want
Okay.
that. I want your wife's passport. I've got my
what else can we
reasons.
give away. I can give away. See what I
No,
have.
I think just
I have
the
a
Vader's
Mandalorian
good. No,
Fez with no
the
candy
Vader's
in it.
good. You don't have to give away everything. Just the Vader. You're good.
Give them your house.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll give you the payments. You can take over the mortgage payments. That's for sure. I'll get to stay here though. That would be nice.
Oh, cool. So that's going to be a fun time. Basically, when we launch this for the $5 Patreons to watch, you'll know. We'll also make a post about it so the $2 Patreons know about it as well. We'll post the link. Anyone can come watch it if you're a Patreon supporter. And just like last time, for each level you are on Patreon, you get an entry. So if you're the $2 Patreon, that's one entry. If you're $5, that's two entries. So we'll just keep choosing names until only one remains.
Well, two, because we got two.
Right.
Right?
Two
remain.
remain. Two remain. That's how that works.
But
Two
we
remain.
can't have two winners, so it'd be, if there's two left of one person, it'd be three.
Oh, that'd be
So
crazy if that happened. Especially when we had one person get knocked out. They had like 3 entries and 2 of them got knocked out in a row.
back to back. Yeah, Wes,
to
we were
back.
doing our last giveaway. Like this one person had 3 entries, or I think they were down to 2 left or something,
Yeah.
and then back to back, like both
Just
spins,
back- it was
like both their entries got
heartbreaking.
knocked
Wow.
out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was sad to see. It was pretty dramatic. It was pretty intense. We got good feedback from it, so
We did. I had a lot of fun and I was doing it, so I guess that would make sense why I had a lot of fun.
yeah, I would hope so.
Anyways, cool. I think that's good for Patreon.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Patreon
The warm up
nonsense.
period.
The warm up period. Yeah, we got a little loosey goosey. Little my lower half of my body is on fire. Just so you know, I got a Peloton, and
Nice.
yeah, I on top of being on a diet, I decided I'm tired of being fat, so we got a Peloton, and I've been doing it every day.
Wow.
Except for weekends. So I do because I work from home. So like
Then why do you say every day?
Well, I work every week.
You kind of tricked us. You said I do it every day, and we're like, oh, congrats, except for
No,
weekend.
I do it 5 days a week. You're right.
Okay,
I'm wrong. You're right. But I hate it so much. It's the worst. Do exercise sucks. but I feel so much better after I do it. But
Your
right
body
now,
will thank you.
yeah,
Yep.
my whole lower half of my body is on fire because I just did it like an hour ago. So it feels good. Feels good, dude.
yeah, exercise is good up to a certain
Yeah.
point. It feels
I'm
good
already
up
down.
to a certain point. Yeah,
I'm already down 10 pounds from my last physical, which
Awesome.
was in
Wow,
July,
congratulations.
so, yeah, thanks.
awesome.
Like back in 2018, I lost a bunch of weight for my wedding. I was down to like 220 or so, and then the pandemic hit. My wife learned how to make bread and beer happened, and I didn't do anything. So I gained every pound I lost back, and I was like, this sucks. I have so many shirts that I bought when I was skinnier that I can't wear anymore, and I'm just like, I'm so mad at myself. So no, I'm done with this. I'm doing it.
Yeah, I played basketball Sunday night for the first time in like 5 months probably, and like
Yeah.
me and like a group of buddies, like we rent out an indoor gym, but I just haven't been able to play in a while. Every Sunday night they play. I ran for 2.5 hours straight because there wasn't enough people.
Oh,
Normally,
geez.
normally there's like 14 or 15 people, so you can kind of rotate. But there was only 10 people, and then an 11th showed up like an hour and a half in. So I had to run full court for 2.5 hours, and it was wild.
Paragon Fuzz loves West Wall shelving. We all love West Wall shelving. That's hard to say. West Wall shelving.
Wall shelving.
Try
I love
saying
how
that 10 times fast.
it all matches. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the third person.
During record time right now.
Yeah. Cool. Well, let's start the episode. That was fun. So again, if you're listening to this page, we're going to talk about it when we go live anyway. So. Hi there, and you are listening to Black Series Cantina. If you're here for 3 3/4 inch Star Wars toy news, this is not the place for you. We're here to talk about the big boy 6-inch. These are big boy toys, and I'm your host Mike, and with me, as always, the ever present, the ever glowing Zach.
Glowing. Hello there.
Yeah, you're glowing, absolutely.
Glad to be back recording.
Yeah,
2 weeks feels long sometimes.
It does. If I like literally when I was looking to text you to give you the link, I had to scroll so far down my phone because now that we have our text thread with like Neat and Justin and Lance Peter Luke, like I never text just you anymore, and it was so far down.
I know.
Yeah. I guess that's a weird flex that we're in a text chain.
Yeah, we got a cool group chat.
Yeah, we got a cool group going on.
Justin actually just texted us. He sent a video, so.
Yeah, we'll watch it afterwards.
Yeah.
But joining us today, we have one of my favorite people to post online. We have West. West, how are you?
I'm doing great, guys. How you guys doing?
Vulcan salute. Good, good. So if you are on any kind of social media, especially like Facebook and stuff, you've probably seen West's custom photos. Some of my favorites, he put an Anakin head on that white Darth Vader body back there, and I think it looks real good. He's done a lot of really cool customs, and he is an avid collector, so I definitely wanted to have him on. I think one of the things that first made me kind of recognize you and your name was when you went through and posted like the proportions of people's legs and how Hasbro's done a really bad job at that. What prompted that? What made you go, I'm going to talk about this?
Well, I think, let's see, what figure was it that I got? They actually do a pretty good job on most of the figures, especially the clones. All the clones, they have pretty good proportions. But on some figures, like this guy right here, this is the guy that kind of ticked me off a little bit. It's a great figure.
For the people listening, he's got a Cobb Vanth in his hand, which is a great figure.
He's got great articulation for Black Series, but his leg is just very, very oddly proportioned. If you can see that, his shin is super, super short.
Yeah.
And then his thigh is super, super long. Most people probably wouldn't notice it, but when you get him in certain stances, it really stands out.
Yeah, I think you posted one, especially with the Return of the Jedi Boba Fett, where his knee pads were pointing straight up instead of out, and it just like that doesn't really work for what those knee pads are there for. Like you can't fire a dart straight out.
Yeah, because like if he's holding his rifle and his knee pads going straight up, he's gonna shoot his own gun.
Exactly. So I was like, okay, all right, I like this. This guy's got some points here.
Yeah. What bothers me on some of the figures is whenever, and they've done a better job lately, but you still every now and then you get a figure where one of the legs is like half a centimeter too long or too short, and it's like really
it's some weird QC issues. Yeah, some really weird.
That really bothers me.
So West is joining us today, and we're gonna get his input, and we have our guest questions at the end. But West, please feel free to jump in anytime you want to say anything for any reason whatsoever. Don't be shy. All right. We haven't had a lot going on this last week.
No, it's been kind of dry. It's been
a little bit dry. That's one of the reasons why we got West on. I was like, we need something. Like last week was tough. We pulled an hour out of it, but it was tough. So definitely thanks for coming on, West.
Glad to be here.
I guess, yeah, of course. Do you want to save all the Patreon stuff for the end now? Because that's where you have it down. I think it's good to put that at the end. I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you know what? We'll just jump straight into fine additions.
Let's do it. Guest of honor. You want to go first? Any
West,
recent pickups?
Rip it.
Oh, I got quite a few. The one that I got standing right here next to me, Fifth Brother.
Yes, sir.
What a pose too.
Yep.
That's pretty sick.
Thank you.
That's a great pose, especially because of how hard it is to get that stupid lightsaber to look natural in his hand.
Yeah, I think I like weapon storage, but there was a better way to go about it than that huge peg. Yep. I think if they used like a C-clip system on the back, I think that could have worked.
Yeah, absolutely. It would have been as weird for sure.
And I also managed to pick up this guy, which is the new TVC Darth Vader Dark Times, they call it. I was very surprised to see this one. It's a lot better than anyone they've ever released. It's got that great articulation, those new hips.
And it comes with extra hands.
Yep.
And this guy didn't.
Yeah, it's so weird that the Black Series gets basically a reissue of a 2017 figure, and TVC gets an amazing figure.
And rant.
There you go.
Yeah, I also pick up that new Vader from the TBS. So I also got him.
Yeah.
Which is basically the older mold.
Yep.
Which, like you were saying, I'm really surprised that the TVC got the new one, but we didn't get the new guy.
I also thought it was strange. They called the TVC one the Dark Times specifically. But I guess because Black Series is sorted by show, so maybe they didn't have to do Darth Vader the Dark Times on there.
I've never even heard the term Dark Times before.
Obi-Wan says
A New Hope
that he's like before the Empire, before the Dark Times or whatever.
Before the Dark Times.
That's literally the one time that it's ever said. So thanks, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
And from McFarlane, I picked up this guy, Speeding Bullets Batman, which is actually Superman.
Oh,
so the story behind this guy is it's an alternate, like an Elseworlds kind of comic where Kal-El comes to Earth and he gets adopted by the Waynes instead of the Kents, and they raise him up. They name him Bruce Wayne, and they get murdered in the typical fashion, and then he becomes this guy.
That's an interesting take. I had never heard of that story. I did not know anything about that figure. That's neat.
Yeah, I had no clue.
What do you feel about McFarlane Toys proportions? Because sometimes they can be a little weird.
This guy specifically, he's good. But I've had some figures that have legs that are extremely long. Yeah. And then you got like Shazam, the new Shazam figure. That's a good example of figures that have huge, huge hands.
Yeah.
Like his fist is bigger than his whole head.
I also feel like sometimes their torsos are weirdly long. Like to get that torso joint in there, they make it weird.
And like this one, which is the next Batman from Future State, his head is really tiny. I don't know if you can actually tell that.
It does look really small.
That's a small head.
And then another thing that I think McFarlane needs to work on is just figures being able to stand up on their own unassisted. So
don't they all come with stands, which is neat?
Yeah. That's like nice. I'm in some of the McFarlane groups and they say, well, just put it on the stand.
Yeah, but you shouldn't have to.
I wouldn't want every figure to be on a stand, though. I think that would kind of get in the way.
Yeah, I think all they really need to do is they need to work on this ankle design because some of the detents are not in the right spot.
That's actually a problem I've had with the Black Series as well, where you get that like some of those little ratchet joint things that it's either too far this way or too far this way. Yeah. Like you can't get it level.
That was Saw. Saw Gerrera.
Yeah, Saw has that problem on it, specifically on his robot foot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've noticed that because you can have them standing straight up, and after time, it just goes like that.
Yeah. And you know what? I have to say, the Republic security droid has stolen any award for the figure that falls over the most. I've
the Domino Award.
I've put Kiki fixed loose joint on both ankles. Like I've put everything I can on that, and it's the weird center of gravity because he's like 80% leg, It's like he has his pants pulled all the way up to his nipples, and that's just where his torso starts. And it's just really hard to get him to stand.
Yeah, I remember talking to you about that one.
You did, yeah, absolutely.
I thought I fixed it, but I actually didn't.
You
I
didn't.
just
That's
made
the
it a
same
little
thing.
bit better.
Yeah, all you did was make it a little better, but he just does not want to stand. And I think I want to make a video on like the Black Series figures that don't want to stand.
And I think it has something to do with where they put the detents and then the material that it's made out of, because it's a really soft plastic.
It really is. Yeah, it's got to be something like that. It's
For me,
really
lately,
weird.
it's been that Morak Tank Trooper Miggs Mayfield figure. I have a quality.
Really?
I think mine has a quality control issue with the left knee and down. So it's like I can only have him stand with his knee kind of bent and leaning forward a little. And he falls over all the time, and it's just getting really frustrating. So I might need to buy some of the Kiki fixed loose joint to see if that'll help. But I'm not sure. We'll see.
Another recent pickup I've got.
Yeah.
The Transformers Velocitron Override.
How is that one? I've seen her a couple times in the store, and I keep passing on her, mostly because I'm just so mad about not getting a Cosmos.
Yeah, you're not going to get Cosmos unless you're really lucky or blessed by the gods or something.
My friend Zach, who I do my Transformers show, just found one yesterday. And of course, there's only one because there's only one per case, and that's it. Oh, it has a cyber key that works? Or does it come with that, or just the one you have work?
Nah, I took this from my old figure that I had.
Okay.
I don't know if it's intended or if it's just a happy coincidence, but it goes in there.
All right. Well, that's fun.
And it's a lot better than the original. It's basically the original with articulation minus the spring-loaded features.
That's cool.
And then also from the same line, from the same Walmart exclusive Velocitron line, I picked up the IDW Blur.
That's cool.
Very nice figure. Nice. Very
Zach's
comic
over here
accurate.
he's like, I don't understand any of this stuff. And I'm over here.
The Transformers stuff.
Transformers!
I'm so lost on the Transformers stuff. Like I could see a Cosmos in the store and have no idea what it is because
he's a green spaceship. If you see one, buy it for me.
I think I've seen a couple of those. Actually.
You haven't.
Then we got Cosmic Ghost Rider.
That's one of the more interesting designs for Ghost Rider. Apparently, Ghost Rider is going to be the next Marvel HasLab.
That's what prompted me to pick this guy up. I didn't have any Ghost Rider beforehand.
Yeah.
And actually,
oh, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
No, I was going to say that new Ghost Rider they announced looks so cool.
It's actually an old Ghost Rider.
Yeah, it is.
Is it a re-release?
Yeah. It's like 15 years old or something like that?
Yeah, it's a pretty old body. Yeah.
It looked really cool, and I was like, I would like to buy this for the shelf, but I've only seen that Ghost Rider movie with Nicolas Cage like once, and I have no idea about the character, so I was like, hard pass.
Will Bond thinks the Transformers Cantina. I like it. I'm in for it. I'm here for
it. Rebrand.
Yeah, the thing about this Ghost Rider figure, though, I don't know if you've seen the original. I don't have the original, like one in the original configuration, but the hips on it were originally super, super wide.
Yeah.
So I actually customized it. I customized these hips. I swapped them out with the Doctor Strange hips, and now he actually has like ordinary proportions.
Interesting.
Yeah, that looks pretty seamless too. That's pretty awesome.
Let's see, what else do we get? I got Minosaur here.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about talking about mine too.
This is definitely one of the best things that they've done recently.
Yeah. So the people listening that are more Star Wars based and not Transformers, Minosaur is a bad guy car group that turns into a big dude made of cars.
Take a big dude, slap some cars on his arms and the back of his legs.
Yeah, what I like about what they're doing here is they're doing what some of the third-party Transformer companies are doing, where instead of having the actual car make up the limb, it's basically a decoration for the limb, which I kind of like. I think it works really well.
Yeah, for those who were into the Combiner Wars back in the day, it's a lot better than the system they used back then.
Way better, for sure.
And my last recent pickup, and perhaps one of the most controversial, the new Zord Ascension Lightning Collection Megazord. Did that just pop out?
It did.
Yeah, it does that all the time.
Yeah. So West messaged me a couple nights ago when he got this, and he was showing me all the problems with it. And I immediately went over to Hasbro Pulse where I had it on pre-order and canceled it.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? Because it
How
looks
much
pretty
time
cool.
you guys got?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. One of the most
Mark notes.
bothersome things about it is when I first got it, I noticed some stress marks in this area right here underneath this cap. And I noticed that they were really deep, dark stress marks. And it was actually a full crack. So I took this whole thing apart, the screws right here, and I noticed the ratchets in it were way too strong, like this kind of motion here. I've since adjusted these ratchets, but they were extremely tough to where it was like breaking the plastic. And then the ratchets this way are extremely tough.
Yeah. So the ratchet's basically too strong for the plastic.
Yeah, and then it might be difficult for you to tell, but this joint inside here is actually soft plastic.
Yeah, it's only going to be a matter of time before that thing breaks. So I just...
Oh, that thing just popped off.
Yeah,
well,
plus the connections are not that great. The connections are not that great. But this is supposed to be like a high-end collector item. It's
like
not supposed to be for children
or something, right?
Yeah, it's even more if you buy it from another country.
Right.
And the thing is that it's a lower quality than like some Transformers figures. But it looks amazing. It looks great. But the thing is that the function and the longevity of it is just really in question. And as you can see, pieces of it are popping off. It had a lot of promise. I really wanted to love it, and I want to love it because I mean, you spend almost $200 on something.
That's a bunch of money.
You want to enjoy it.
Yeah, that's why I canceled it. So thank you so much.
And if you see this, it's got this hollowness inside of it, so they kind of like cheap out on certain aspects of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then if you notice here, the tusks are warped. I don't know if you can tell.
Oh, I see that. The left one's kind of pointing in. Yeah.
Yeah. So these are very soft plastic.
Yeah, they almost look kind of rubbery.
Yeah, but it's meant for like people our age and our demographic. So this shouldn't be soft plastic. It's like I don't have to worry about poking myself with this.
Right.
Yeah, for $170 too.
Yeah,
and
that's a no-go.
These arms here are all gummy and they're lacking in articulation. There's some articulation that could have been put up in there because it's hidden. Like when you have a ball joint, you could cut it out so where it can do this kind of motion. And they just kind of really restricted it.
Well, Mike, maybe it'll go on sale one day and you can pick it up for
that's if it goes on sale or on clearance or something, I'll pick it up. I had it on pre-order from day one. I was actually pretty excited about it because they even have like different hands and stuff. Yeah, look how floppy he is. I don't like it.
$80. $80 this shouldn't be any more than $80.
Yeah, for $80 I would probably still get it.
Yikes.
I agree with that, but yeah, not for 180 or whatever. So that's a no-go for me.
I'm just praying Dragon Zord is better. I'm praying. Praying a Zordon.
I might still get Dragon Zord.
So what if Dragon Zord is as bad? Would you still get it?
I'll still get it, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta combine them. They combine. You gotta
I don't even know what I'm talking about. So
when I first got that one, I wanted to get a refund, but the refund process from where I bought it is such a headache that I was like, I'm not even gonna worry about it. So I've already got it. I've got Dragon Zord on pre-order. Let's see how it turns out.
He's all in. Well, keep us posted when it comes out. We'll have you back on so you can talk about it.
All right,
Zach,
I'll jump in here on Fine Edition since I only have one. I know you have more than me.
Tons.
So
I got
my only Fine Edition this week is Nayland Cheel, which is a must-have for any original trilogy. Black Series.
Did you get just one or did you get 7?
So I have 4 now, which originally I was gonna stick with 4 because I thought that's all I would want. But after having like this thing not being able to be played, whatever instrument this is, like the standing drum kit thing. Yeah, it's like the standing one. I need a 5th one to play this one, and then I think I'm good. And then if it ever pops on clearance, maybe I'll pick up a 6th. But I thought I was going to go with 4. I'm going to go with 5, which I need to get here soon. And then I think I'll be fine. And then we'll see where he goes. But yeah, I really love him. I mean, he's the same as Figure Dan, except for extra hands. Well, and then all the instruments, which is really cool. And I love how like the chair.
That's
Like, the chair
racist, man.
just
Are you
kinda
saying all
pops
bits
out.
look alike?
Kinda. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
You
I
get
feel
me
like
canceled on my own podcast? Come on now.
I feel like that's definitely one of their releases that's actually a deluxe.
I agree. Yep,
Yes,
I agree.
especially in recent times. Yeah, because a lot
Yeah.
of the deluxes have been
Take his helmet
Cobb.
off, put it over here, take his gun out,
exactly.
just spread it
Take
out.
up more space in the package. Yep,
Yeah.
spread it out. But yeah, this is 100% worth the deluxe price. Other ones you could argue like Saw, sure.
He's
And then
questionable.
he's
I
a
wish
lot
he
of
came with more
plastic.
stuff, but he's a lot of plastic.
He's a
Yeah,
lot of
for sure.
plastic.
Yeah.
Cobb and some of the Boba Fett
No,
are like
Cobb and the Boba Fett's,
borderline,
no.
like no, like
Absolutely
not.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, he's
Yeah, I don't know
100%
what they
worth
were
the
thinking
deluxe.
with Cobb Vanth. He's actually missing a lot of paint
Right?
because
and paint
they
is the
said he was.
reason
Yeah,
that's the reason he was going to be a deluxe, and then there's paint missing. It's like,
where's my
come on
paint?
now.
No.
Yeah, come on.
Especially, you know what's weird for me is the little silver on the knee pads, the little dart like shooters. Like that's how much paint does that take? You know, like little details like
Yeah.
that. I know you painted it. You know, you did.
It
a
looks
good
so
job
much better
there.
that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, I even
It
painted
really
it as
does.
salt, pepper, and paprika.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is it regular paprika or smoked paprika?
It's smoked, definitely smoked.
Gotta have smoked. All right.
And I really like on this, like the red wiring, you know, to give
Yeah.
it just some detail, and then the stand.
There's a
is, like, the little
surprising
pipe
amount
is
of
darker.
detail on all the
Oh, yeah.
instruments.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. Really love this one. But that's all I got for fine editions this week. Nothing too crazy. Hopefully some stuff starts pouring in. Mike, what you got for us?
Yeah. So I guess I'll start with where you said. I haven't opened mine yet because I've got 2 more of these coming in, and I'm gonna make a video about just like putting them all together and whatnot with the little stand that Luke sent me. So I haven't opened him yet, but I got my nail and Cheel, the modal nodes. He looks great. Can't wait to mess with him. And then I got the much maligned, but still I'm gonna get it. I got the black chrysanthemum in from Hasbro.
There he
Pulse.
is.
You know what? Like I haven't opened him up yet, but
Rate him out of 5.
he actually looks pretty good in the box. Like he
does look pretty
bad
cool
at
in the
all.
box.
He doesn't look bad at all. Is it what I
Show him
wanted?
again.
No. I mean, I want that Book of Boba Fett, style black chrysanthemum. But like, there you go. So look at that.
I actually
He's
customized mine slightly.
You
So I
did?
gave
Oh,
it
Look
the
at all
side
that.
pads look amazing.
Those look great. That kind of
They
beats
add
them out a little
some-
more.
Yeah, it does. It adds a lot to him, actually.
Those from G.I. Joes or
Yep, G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Gotta love him. Then I also added a little bit of white into them. You probably can't tell from the camera.
I can see it
I see a little bit.
Yeah,
I see a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives him a little bit of texture almost.
Then as soon as I finished with
Little bit
that,
of
they
depth.
announced they were actually making an actual black chrysanthemum from Book
yeah,
of Boba Fett.
the one from Book of Boba Fett. Yeah. Let's see. I got 2 Sevs accidentally because I ordered one on GameStop.com and I pre-ordered one in store and paid for it all up front for some reason. So when I went in to pick up the one, because I got this first online, and then when I went to go pick up the one, they called me like, "Hey, your Sev's in." I was like, "Crap." So I was gonna return it, but then I decided, no, I'm sure we could probably do a giveaway, and there'll be more on that later. But I like Sev. I like Boss. I can't wait to get Fixer and Scorch. So
Nice.
I can't wait to just
Solid.
see Scorch.
right, that's true. That's true. We haven't hasn't been announced yet, but like we all know, I have a feeling we'll probably see it announced at PulseCon.
PulseCon.
I think so. Yeah. And then
most
my
likely.
last 2 figures, I got from Papa Gord. So Papa Gord, if you're listening, this one's for you. The first one is the Walmart exclusive Boba Fett Tython,
Look at that.
which is
Nice.
essentially, basically, the throne room Boba Fett,
Mhm.
but not. It's like if Cobb Vanth and throne room Boba Fett had a baby. It would be this, or they like a
Yeah.
fusion from Dragon Ball.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I just saw that movie, the new one. I liked it. It was good.
Very good movie.
It was so good. And then I also got one Jack.
Oh, I love the red.
Not two
That really
jacks,
stands
just one
out.
jack.
No, just the one jack. But I just posted a video. That's why he's open. As I did a video on him, and I really like him. He might be my favorite like killer protocol droid that they've made. Because I in the video I compared him to 000 and Forlom, and then the Kenner version of Forlom, which is called Zekis, I suppose. But the paint on this one is super good. It's very shiny. The paint apps all look great. They didn't skimp any paint apps on him. I like the little bandolier he's got. I like the little guns he's got. They fit well in little holsters. He's a good release. I definitely like him.
Yeah, I love how the red on the bandolier pops, and you can actually see the green in his eyes pretty good, which is
Yeah,
really
I'm
that's
sure
coming up
Walmart
on the
really
camera.
appreciates having that guy.
Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
So apparently these are all out in Canada already. And so Papa Gord was like, I'll send you one. And I was like, you better. No, I didn't say that. And then lastly, my last thing here is I ordered these little blast effects from Layered Creations. And he sent me a bunch of stuff. He sent me them in red. He sent me them in white. So it's like
cool.
little smokes.
Yeah.
He sent me also these little like to me it looks like a necro like spawn kind of thing, but it also can be force lightning. It's basically electricity, and they just fit in the hands. These are all resin printed. I got that in red and green, and then he also sent me little like blaster fire, and these are molded to fit onto a stormtrooper blaster.
Oh, awesome.
So if you want to see more of those, I've posted a video showing them off. I should probably post some pictures of them on my Instagram. But he actually has, you can save 15% if you use the code FULLCASE. That's KAESS. That's my last name. If you want to order them until the 31st, which you'll have a couple days basically. But
you really took the full case joke and made it a discount code.
He did. Absolutely. That's what he did. Yep.
That's hilarious.
So I was chatting with the guy that does it, the Layered Creation. He's got a lot of fun stuff. You can go to a store and he's got more than just the effects, but the effects look nice. So there we go. For the people watching, like that's
sick.
the Boba Fett. Yeah.
And you posted a picture of that.
I did.
Sure, right?
I did. I posted a picture of that for sure. I also have.
So did that just plug in or like sit over it?
No, it just plugs right in. Yeah, no, it plugs right in.
Oh, it looks pretty cool.
That's the Boba Fett there, yeah. And then my last one. I got Cobb Vanth.
Nice.
Yeah. So
doing the Shawn Michaels pose almost.
Yeah, so it's like I want to put him into a crazy pose. And then I do have the Storm. Hold on, let me get the Stormtrooper real quick. I got my my Remnant Stormtrooper here.
Oh,
definitely one of the best molds.
That is amazing. That blast effect.
So the blast effect, and they fit in real secure. Like it's not gonna fall off or anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to. At least I'm gonna have to get me some of those blast effects. That is awesome.
Yeah. So.
And does he do those in different colors too? Like
those come in red and green, I think.
I need some blue ones for my 501st clone.
Yeah, he's working on ones that fit the clone troopers right now. That one specifically fits the Stormtrooper blaster.
And what was can you plug his name again? For me?
Layered Creations.
Layered Creations. I'm going to have to remember that.
Yeah. So those are my fine additions. I got a lot. I kept getting stuff and I was like, this is nice. It's a nice change of pace, but
a lot of stuff came out recently.
My bank account hated it 100%.
My bank account has been I've only gotten the Nail and Shield. Nothing's really been shipping for me lately. On the Black Series front, I'm kind of just, I've been in this like weird period where I'm just waiting on everything. Last week I got Saw, this week I got Nail and Chill. So hopefully I know with the Dark Trooper shipping from Amazon. I thought
that's on the list. That's on
the
our
list for
notes.
news.
That's right.
So that's exciting. So let's just jump right into news.
Yeah, why
Since
not?
you brought it up.
Speaking of the Dark Trooper, we all got that email. If you had it on pre-order from Amazon, anyway, you got the email saying that it got updated. The release date to next
Tuesday?
Friday. Well, it's coming.
Tuesday.
It's coming Tuesday. It gets released
September
on Friday,
2nd or
and then
something?
I think the shipping time makes it come out on Tuesday. I don't know, but yes, we all got it for Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I actually thought I canceled my Amazon pre-order because I ordered 2 of them because I ordered 2 of them through my own Entertainment Earth link to get money back for it.
Smart.
Because that works. And so I thought I canceled my Amazon one. So when I saw your text, or I saw whatever, and then I was like, gosh darn, I can't believe that's going to come out so soon, and I canceled it. But then I looked and I saw my email, and I didn't cancel it. So now I'm just going to cancel
Nice.
Entertainment Earth, and so I get it much sooner. So I'm pretty excited about that.
How many are you getting?
2. Going with 2.
What about you, West?
I got 4, but I'm not sure
4?
if I'm going to keep 4.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I've got 2 on. I had to check after because I wasn't sure where I pre-ordered mine. So I've got one from Amazon, but then I've got one coming from Target because I got them on that sale. For it was like $27 or $24 or whatever.
You were lucky to get them in stock because when I looked, they could be sold out.
Yeah. Oh, Clone Command is here. Everyone say hi to Clone Command.
Clone Command, shout out. Will Bond
Again,
joining us too. Shout out.
Yep.
Shout out to
Again, for the
here.
people wondering about the names we're shouting out, the people that are part of our Patreon. If they are a Patreon member at the Cantina band member or higher, they get to live chat while we are recording this. So,
yep, highly recommend joining us.
We got Clone
appreciate
Command,
it.
Wilbon, Ethan, Paragon Fuzz, and the Gamer Zone 24. So we got a couple people hanging out with us while we're recording. So that's nice. It's always kind of fun.
And then next up, we're going to talk about the 3rd deluxe Return of the Jedi anniversary reported by Yakface. So I'm pretty sure
that's not a deluxe. Oh wait, that's different. I was thinking I was thinking of something different.
Oh, so Yakface reported a 3rd deluxe price Return of the Jedi figure out there that I guess we don't know what it is right now. Any thoughts and guesses on what it would be? Because the other 2, it's a Boba Fett and the Endor Trooper. So
why is Boba Fett like he doesn't come with everything the regular Boba Fett came with?
Maybe that's the new deluxe.
I guess, but the old deluxe, he's still a deluxe. So he's missing I think the alternate blaster, and he
might be missing the flame too. The flame,
yeah. He has the backpack flames, which is nice, which is something that every Boba Fett they've made should come with. Like, it's all the same backpack. I don't understand why they didn't add the flame effects for the backpack or the regular fire, because they can all do it. Cobb Vanth can do it. The Throne Room Boba can do it. The regular the Jedi Ruin whatever Boba Fett can do it. Like, why didn't they include those the flame effects?
Especially for it being deluxe, throw it in there.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty inexcusable.
It really is.
Right there.
Their profit margin's got to be pretty good on those.
Oh, for sure. For sure. They're doing the same thing that they did with Jar Jar, because when Jar Jar came out in the standard release for, that Lucasfilm 50th anniversary on the Phantom Menace card back, it came with less accessories and was the same price.
It was the same price, yeah.
So it's just, it's a little sleazy. I'm not going to lie. It's a little sleazy what Hasbro's pulling with that.
I mean, Chewbacca's always been a regular release, and he's huge.
That's true. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
This for all those people that say that we're shilling, always super positive about Hasbro. We're not. We're not always super positive about Hasbro. Only when we should be, I guess. But there are some legit things that Hasbro is no good at, and this is it right here.
It could be a Gamorrean guard. Paragon Fuzz says that in the comments. Appreciate it. It
could
be a Gamorrean guard. That would make sense, because they did want to release a Gamorrean with the Rancor.
That's true.
So it makes sense they'd want to get it back out.
They already
there.
started making them, assuming
Yeah.
that the
Like,
Rancor would
crap.
get
We got to
funded.
put it. We got to put it on the card.
It could be it. That could be it. I hope it's something new. I'm definitely gonna.
That's
get
a big
the Endor
hope.
Trooper.
That's a big hope.
It really is. I know. I'm definitely gonna get the Endor Trooper. If it is another Gamorrean guard, I'm gonna get one because again, those are army builders. I don't understand why anyone would be upset about having another Gamorrean guard. Like, what are you going to have one on your shelf or whatever? Come on, like you have 20 of those.
I want
You
those
need
Book
that-
of Boba Fett Gamorreans.
Oh, the
Those
big
warrior
boys.
ones.
Yeah, the buff ones.
The thick boys.
Thin boys. They were a lot skinnier.
Well, that's
They're-
true. They were. I guess they were
they're-
beefy.
They were more
more
athletic. They were
muscular.
like
They were
like
more muscular,
linebackers
yeah.
rather than
There we
linemen.
go.
You know, they were like
Yeah.
a lot more athletic.
They might have been just NFL guys with the mask on.
Honestly, but
Yeah.
that's my problem. Is they just look like guys, like bodybuilder guys
Yeah,
with a
yeah.
big mask on. Is what they look like.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in from the ones we've seen from the Return of the Jedi anniversary. On the back of that Boba Fett, we kind of saw if you squinted real good the
Wicket. You can see the wicket, which
you
is
can
cool.
See the wicket, yeah. I'm not planning on getting hardly any of them though, because I don't care about the card at all. So if there's
Not
something
at all.
different about it, I'll get it. Or if it's like an army builder, like for the Empire Strikes Back, I got another ATS or AT-AT driver and TIE fighter pilot, because like you can have a bunch of those. Like, why not?
Yeah, I'm really
Clone
wondering if
Command-
that.
Oh no, go ahead.
I'm really wondering about that deluxe if it's going to actually be Nick Sant.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like, is it going to be him or just some generic guy?
Because they use the Nick Sant picture, or depending on who you are, Captain Rex.
Rex.
Yeah. Which side?
Yeah.
Which side of the are you on that one?
I would like it to be Rex, but then I feel like who was it? Dave Filoni? I think somebody debunked it.
Well, he didn't debunk it. What he said was they
pick
left,
whatever
they left
you
it
want.
open. Yeah, he left
Yeah.
it open and said he could be whoever you want it to be. He could be Nick Sant, he could be the old guy, or he could be Boba Fett.
I mean, maybe they'll come out with a story where Rex changed his name to Nick Sant at some point.
Could be. Maybe when he joined the Rebel Alliance, they didn't want like a known, like he had a popular name, like a known Republic clone trooper name. So maybe that's the character he adopted or the name he adopted.
Yeah, I'd be okay with either one. It's just it gets really mucky in there because there are certain things where it's him, it's not him. They both exist, only one of them. You know.
Mhm.
But what we know for a fact in canon, Rex was on Endor because of the Forces of Destiny cartoon or whatever, which I guess are canon Those are canon cartoons.
It doesn't count as canon.
Hey, they said it's canon. It's canon.
I don't care if Lucasfilm says that Forces of Destiny thing is canon. That is not canon. I do not care. That is not canon. That's not canon.
They're fun little 5-minute videos. They're
just
cool.
It's just not canon. I'm dying on the hill.
Well, you're wrong.
dying on the hill.
Okay. Wilbon says he hopes they have swappable faces like the Hoth one. I think everyone wants that 100%.
Also,
if it is Nick Sant, I am going to make him an old man Rex. I'm going to customize him to be old man Rex.
Oh, I can't wait to see your custom right there.
Clone Command brings up a good point. Are we sure the flame is not like hidden behind it? Because on the back of the card, it shows Boba Fett shooting it.
Huh.
So maybe, and I just confirmed, I was looking at it, it does, he's in the pose where he's shooting the flame effect. So maybe it's hidden behind him, but
it could
isn't
be.
it,
like it's just hard to see.
It could be. It's just difficult to see. So we can only go by like what we see right now. But
yeah,
I
we
don't
only
see
have
that.
that one photo, that one picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish whoever sent this Yak Face snagged a couple like side pictures, but so I guess we'll see. Yeah, the only one I care about on card would be like if they make one of the Lukes, like an end scene Luke, I might keep on card or something. But that's about it. I'm only getting the new ones they release. And then maybe like a Gamorrean or a Stormtrooper. Always good for another Stormtrooper.
Yeah, it could be back there. It's really hard to tell. It's kind of, I'm looking at the picture right now. It's kind of murky on the bottom and the back down there.
I just feel like is there even enough room behind him?
I don't
You know
There
what
could
I
be.
mean?
There could be.
It could be.
I get the angle on the picture is weird, anyways. So
Yeah, it'd be really cool if they showed a picture of him from the side or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. It's just one of those wait and see type situations, and hopefully, hope it works out for the best. You know, it would be kind of crappy if they showed it with the flame effect on the back, and then you buy it and it doesn't have it. So,
Have they
we'll
done that
see.
before?
Well, I can't think of any time, but I'm not going to put it against them if they have. Like, I wouldn't bet against them having done it, but I can't think of any specific time they've done that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a time if they've ever marketed something like with an accessory it never came with. We never got a Rancor. They pushed that. they
We're never gonna have a podcast without mentioning that thing, are we? Ever?
Probably not. I don't think so.
No.
It's part. I mean, we have merch. We have a Rancor merch.
That's
now,
true.
So
That's a good plug for our
I don't
merch.
think we can.
I don't think it's just because the Rancor was so close. It's just so close.
It was so close.
5 minutes and it makes it.
All right. I want to move on before I get super sad again.
Yeah, let's do it.
But speaking of that Return of the Jedi anniversary, we did get confirmation of the exclusive. Do they say what convention it's going to be exclusive to? Is it going to be PulseCon or is it going to be something else?
I don't know. Whenever I saw it, I was like, nope, not getting this. Even since it has Kenner colors.
The Kenner color Akbar. So he's basically just Akbar with fewer details.
Yeah.
And he comes with he comes with his little command stick, but it looks like some kind of sex. It looks like a sex toy.
Yeah.
It does. It just does. I can't get around that.
Well, you guys buy this one first, and then we'll give you the regular one later.
Right. Well, we already got the regular one that came out back in 2020. And that's what I was hoping it was going to be the same thing as that. But then I saw those Kenner colors, and I'm like, dang it. I've got to get it. I was happy that they were doing something that I didn't have to buy. I was like, I don't need another one. I've got it. Don't need to buy it. And then Kenner colored. I got to buy it. I can't not buy it.
And I was going to tease you for not having that baton in your collection. They included that, but...
So stupid.
But you're gonna get it. So since it has Kenner colors and it's neat. I actually like the yellow eyes on it. It's pretty.
Yeah,
cool,
the eyes do look better, and I actually like the coloring on the suit a little better.
Yeah, I like it, but I'm not in on it since I already have my.
No, that makes sense.
My canon version of Akbar. Yeah. So West, are you gonna get that one or hold it?
Nah, I'm not interested in Akbar at all.
That's fair.
Fair. I mean, he kind of had they kind of killed him off and didn't even mention him in Last Jedi. So,
I like Last Jedi. I'll defend that movie until I die. But that is something that I will acknowledge that was a weird choice.
they were just like, he's dead.
They just killed everyone.
I guess he died.
It seemed like that was their goal, to bring everyone back and kill him.
Yeah.
And I agree with killing him. Like, I don't think every
I'm
character...
fine with it. Yeah.
I was actually expecting... Like, I knew Han was going to die at end of 7.
Yeah.
And then...
Han wanted to die in 6. So.
Yeah, I think everybody knew he was going to end up dying. And then, like, I'm fine with them killing, Luke and Leia. Because you can't have characters just live forever. So...
No, they got to die sometime. I feel like Luke and Leia... I feel like they all kind of went out pretty well. But The sequel trilogy has a lot of issues. We're not going to spend some time getting into that. But Akbar's death is one that I'll defend a lot. I will not defend that. That was one of my... I'm like, that sucks. That sucks. Justice for Akbar, Wilbon says. Absolutely.
Holdo had a better death.
He did.
Akbar.
He did have a better death.
Hold that door.
Well, we got our last bit of news, a controversial news. More things. This has been the most Hasbro negative episode I think we've ever done. This feels really weird.
Yeah, I feel like we're. I'm not going to drop any names, but we'll
save that for the group.
We'll save that for the group chat.
Can we spin this into a positive somehow? So Hasbro
Yes,
canceled.
we can. I think we can. I think I can.
Okay. Hasbro canceled the Rex, Hunter, and Crosshair re-releases that people have been taking pre-orders on for over a year at this point. And
Horrible.
understandably, a lot of collectors are upset. Can we make that positive? How do we make that positive?
I think I might be able to. The red box Rex is a little harder to make positive, but they've kind of already re-released him a little bit with the Bad Batch version, and I think them canceling this one might signal maybe they're going to put Rex in the Clone Wars mainline packaging soon, hopefully. And then with Hunter and Crosshair, maybe not Crosshair, but with Hunter, I feel like we're going to get a season 2 release of him. Because if you watch the trailer, they did change a little bit of color on all their armor. So I wouldn't doubt if we get another release of Hunter and some of the main characters.
I'd say 95% chance.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so I think Hunter is for sure going to be re-released eventually. I would bet on Rex being re-released in the Clone Wars packaging at some point. And then Crosshair, I think the Imperial Crosshair is available. But if you want the regular one, maybe he'll come back to the team. That's the one that I guess I can't, because you can't really re-release that Crosshair yet. Because
and speaking of that, they delayed season 2 Bad Batch because Andor got delayed, so they pushed season 2 of Bad Batch back as well, so it didn't overlap, I guess, which is dumb. I mean, I get it, I understand it, but I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, and I didn't have any of these on pre-order, so I do feel bad for like newer collectors that were like, oh, I can get this Rex, eventually, or I can get the Hunter. And then now they're like shooting up on secondary market. But I would encourage everybody not to buy, don't buy a Hunter for $80 right now. Just wait for season 2, wait for them to release, or release it with like a little bit different color. Wait for them to put Rex in the Clone Wars packaging. It's going to happen eventually.
Yeah, don't buy that $300 Rex.
Correct. Yeah, don't do that.
Well, what's interesting is the other day I was going through my extra, because we were talking about the giveaway, and I was like, what figures do I have for a giveaway? And I was looking through my extra figures that I have just kind of hanging out, and I have an extra Hunter in there because I bought the box. I bought the case, and he was packaged 2 per case. And I remember one of the things that jogged my memory of that was someone was complaining, like, how come they can't package Hunter like they packaged Lando? Because, Lando's peg warming. I'm like, they did. They did package Hunter like they packaged Lando. They released him in exactly 1 wave, and he was 2 per pack. Like, what else? What more do you want?
Yep.
But yeah, this is why I pre-order everything, like, regardless. Even if I haven't seen the property or whatever, because you don't know what's going to be hard to get later down the line. You don't know what's going to be easy either. So I just buy it.
Pre-order and think about it later.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's why I pre-order the cases, because if you get 2, I got 2 of this Darth Vader. Like, I could have easily sold this to somebody for retail, plus shipping. I could have, if I wanted to, I could have probably sold this for probably double, since we got it so early from what pre-order on the case. But, being content creator, I suppose, doing a giveaway is perfect. So I would pre-order the case, and then whatever you don't want, you're usually going to get it a little early. You can just offload them for retail, like fairly, very, very easily. So it's definitely sort of a collector's hack.
Wilbon brings up a good point. We'll have to do a credit collection Bad Batch figure set.
Can they do a credit? Because aren't the credits like post-credit scene? They
can do Imperial credits.
Off the concept art. Yeah, but I guess they'd have to do concept art.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Because like the end, it's the back.
You're right. Yeah. Well, that's credit collection works in a couple different ways, and I was only thinking about it in the one way.
If they make a credit collection Bad Batch wave, I'm selling every figure I have, and I'm going to be so outraged. That's where the line. I'm laying my. What was our group chat with the Shield Squad? It was. I'm putting my battle lines down. You can't make a credit collection Bad Batch. That's the battle line I'm laying down right there.
That's the hill you're gonna die
That's my
on.
point,
That's it.
and then I'm out.
You're not, all right. Okay, I guess. Well, if they come out with it, I guess I'll have to find a new co-host or whatever.
Yep. West, it's all yours.
There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for the collectors. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a problem I have because I've had them since they came out in 2020, 2021. I mean, these are figures that are over a year old. Rex actually came out in 2018, so he's a 4 or 5 year old.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit more understandable. You know, people getting into the Black Series kind of newer, maybe in 2020.
Recent,
a lot of people jumped on in 2020.
COVID.
You know, COVID. They had more time, wanted
Stimulus
a hobby,
money,
whatever. Exactly, yeah. So Rex is a big character, is a popular character. I would say more so than Hunter or Crosshair.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, Rex might even become a bigger character after the Ahsoka series.
That's true.
Yep.
Oh, we're definitely getting an old Rex after that. Like, if they're doing an Ahsoka series and he's in there, I mean, I know they're doing an Ahsoka series. If he's in there, which we've pretty much almost kind of had confirmed, but not officially.
I mean, if they really wanted to, if there is a flashback in the Ahsoka series, they could re-release the Rex figure, you know, like that.
That's true. That's actually a good point. If they do a flashback,
Yeah.
That's true. That's a real good point.
They could do the same thing with Anakin from Obi-Wan.
They better not re-release it. They better make a new mold.
New mold, please. New mold.
New mold.
We need it. We need it.
I wouldn't mind. I'll say this though. I wouldn't mind if they took those Target exclusive Clone Wars figures and released them in the main line in regular.
I'm
boxes.
surprised they haven't already. Honestly, I thought they were going to do it fairly soon after.
I'm surprised we haven't had more ARC Troopers like ARC Trooper Jesse.
Or that. Yeah.
Simple repaint.
Yeah, we did Jesse 5s, like all those.
Yep,
You're right.
5s, yep.
Simple repaints. You already have the mold. For the most part, you got the face down. You just got to change the hair a little bit, change the paint on the figure. Like easy.
Printing money.
Exactly. That and more battle droids. Like, I'm surprised that we haven't had battle droids churned out in every conceivable color or paint deco or whatever.
I'm surprised no super battle droid.
Or, well, yeah, but that'd be a whole new mold. I'm just talking about
repaints,
stuff that, like, easy repaints, basically. So
they need to give
paint on it.
They need to give the prequel generation, like, collectors our time to show Hasbro, like, where we're wanting to spend our money, and we will spend a lot of money on the prequel stuff. Like, release it, I promise. It's going to sell out. If you release a new mold Anakin, if you release all these clone troopers, I need it. I need the prequels. I need a droidica. I need a super battle droid.
Would you spend HasLab levels of money on prequel stuff?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I would, yes.
They're listening.
Good to know. Hasbro,
I will
get on it.
Sell my car.
Wow.
I will sell my car for a HasLab something.
Who needs the car? Who needs the car?
Couple $100 that the HasLab costs.
HasLab N1 Starfighter.
That honestly, I'm very surprised we didn't get that. I'm super surprised we didn't get an N1 Starfighter. I think
Sell
that's
your car and just buy a whole
and an
fleet.
ATST are perfect option, like choices for HasLab. They're a good size. They're both popular kind of vehicles,
especially with the Mando.
Especially with Mando.
Yeah, with how hot the media is.
Yeah. It's crazy that Hasbro hasn't, but
and that'd be another opportunity for them to get another Grogu out there. They love those Grogus.
Why not? So that's actually something we didn't talk about much. Was that Grogu, that much maligned $25 Grogu,
almost $30,
almost $30 depending on where you get. Yep. It has an alternate head hidden in the packaging.
Really?
With his eyes closed. Yep.
Yeah, it does. They didn't say that on their like press release of it, but if you go back and listen to the audio from whoever, some people who were recording in the little panel they had, they say it will also come with an alternate head that's hidden in the packaging, which is
That
weird.
seems like that's a silly thing to hide.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
Well,
I think it's because of that weird thing that like is it Lucasfilm doesn't like body parts.
Oh
showing.
yeah. But Nayland Cheel has.
He's not human though. They don't like human body parts showing.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that
true.
could be it. Because Padme has an
is
alternate
Grogu
hand, but it's
human?
hidden behind. Grogu's not human. That is weird.
Yeah, but he's humanized.
Yoda.
But they had Palpatine's head.
He's evil.
Hand.
He's evil.
You got answers for everything. Was Yoda's head visible in the
Yes, I'm
in
pretty
the Empire
sure.
Strikes? Hold on.
I don't
I think so. Anyways,
I don't think it was actually. Now that I think
I don't
Was
think
it
it was
not?
visible.
Are you looking it up, Mike?
Yeah.
Why do I feel like it was? I feel
I
like
got a picture of it right here. It's not visible.
It's not visible.
Nope, it's not visible.
Yoda's
wow.
a good guy. Yoda's a good guy.
So good guys don't have alternate. What about with Anakin
Interesting.
back in the day?
His was in the
His was
archive
visible.
box. It was hidden, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was
what about
hidden.
the original? What about the original release? It was visible in the original release.
I think it was.
That might have been
visible
a
in the
different team if it was visible.
Yeah, it was probably that was pre. That might have been pre. No, that wasn't pre Disney. That was probably made pre Disney.
Yeah, the archive one is not visible.
I'm pretty sure the main release is.
Let's find out.
I'm trying to think of
looking
other
all this
characters.
up. We're fact checking left and right here.
Other human characters that came with alternate heads. Not a lot of them.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of alternate heads. We did get, I think, what's his face? Poe Dameron had alternate hands that were visible.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Anakin Skywalker. His alternate head was definitely visible, but there also wasn't really a place to hide it in those original boxes.
Yeah.
It's very weird. It's all over the place.
It's just strange. Yeah, it's just a strange. Interesting. So I wonder why they didn't give us extra hands with the Darth Vader.
Obi-Wan's alternate hand is hidden in the episode 1 release.
Is Qui-Gon? Didn't Qui-Gon come with an interchangeable hand?
Qui-Gon came with an alternate hand as well.
And then whenever they re-released him, they didn't give him the hands.
They did.
Right?
He didn't come with one yet.
Yeah, he didn't come with the hands when they re-released.
Let's see, Qui-Gon. What number is Qui-Gon? There he is. His hand is very visible. So no.
Yeah, so it must have been a different team or different policy when they re-released them.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just strange. Like I feel like putting Grogu's head, it's just like a weird hill to sit on. If you're Lucasfilm or...
They should have included, instead of another pram, they really should have done that little dome rock that he set.
The rock, yeah.
Like you got Dark Troopers coming out.
Seeing stone.
Like, yeah, that stone would have been so great to have. Right now, I'm just hoping that if Landspeeder Luke hasn't already made one, that he makes one soon, because that's how I want it right there.
Yeah. I feel like that's going to shelf warm with a lot of people.
Probably.
It is. Everybody has a Grogu already.
The only reason I'm getting it is because I'm ordering the case, and the case is part of it.
Yeah,
I want that necklace.
That's exactly what I want. The necklace, and I want the mold because he's sitting down.
He's sitting down, yeah.
I think somebody already DM'd me on Instagram and said they'll buy my Pram for $10. So
there you go. Hey, that's like almost half the cost. So.
Yeah, because I don't care about having the Pram with the little closing top. I don't care about having that Pram since I have the other. Have them both already.
Yeah.
Like the closing top doesn't add anything for me, so I'm just gonna get the mold and then the necklace, and I'll ship off everything else.
Well, I'm hoping they change that policy with the interchangeable hands and heads, because I mean, kids and parents or whatever are getting priced out of this line anyways.
100%. Yeah, it's definitely like people like myself, Zach. Like we're adults, two incomes, no kids, whatever. Well, like legally, I guess we're adults.
Yeah, legally we're adults.
Like I don't have to worry about providing for children. So if I spend $500 a month on toys, it's not that big of a deal. But if I had kids or whatever and responsibilities, it'd be a completely different issue.
Yeah, I've got kids, and I know I'm not spending $30 or $40 or $50 on a kid's toy.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I would have a hard time spending $20 on a kid's toy if I'm being honest. Because when I was a kid, I would get a lot of wrestling figures, like 6-inch wrestling action figures, and I remember they were like $7.99 or $6.99 at Walmart, Myers, wherever, and now they're like 16, 18, $20. It's like, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine spending $20 for a kid to play. Like I had a tub full of toys, I couldn't imagine $20 each on a kid.
Well, I really would be curious how many kids are actually like asking their parents for Black Series figures.
I've never heard of any. I've never even seen a kid. I've never even seen a kid in the toy aisle buying one or picking one up.
I think you might be surprised because I have a lot of followers on TikTok who seem like kids, and they follow me on TikTok and they comment on my posts. So
if they're old enough to use TikTok, I don't know. They got to be like teenagers, right?
I mean, I feel like some of them are like 10 to 13, 10 to 14. That type of age range. To where they don't collect like this, but they have, Luke and a stormtrooper and all that. And I feel like a lot of them comment like they're getting into it. Mm-hmm. And they're so maybe like teenage, they're starting to get their own money or do chores or whatever. So we might be surprised on that front, but at the same time, I feel like I'm going to start buying vintage collection whenever I have a kid, and that's what they're going to be playing with. Or like the retro collection toys. It's just
I gave my son a retro collection. He threw it back at me.
That's a smart kid. He doesn't want anything 3.75. Give him a 6-inch action figure.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
5. Okay.
Well, the thing is, he's been spoiled because he plays with a lot of my stuff, which has articulation to it. He's like, I can't bend the knees or the elbows. I don't want this.
You can't go back.
He's like, this has double joints. It looks ugly. That's gonna be a good kid.
Yeah, we only kind of put up with it back then because we didn't know any better, honestly.
Yeah.
That's just how toys were back in the 80s and 90s. They had 5 points of articulation. It wasn't really until like Toy Biz started getting crazy by having like 40 points on a Spider-Man. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, Toy Biz changed the game.
They really did. I would say Toy Biz and McFarlane in their own ways. McFarlane changed the game by having figures that actually looked like what they were supposed to look like. Because really, until then, I don't think anyone really cared. Like, sure, this looks like Luke Skywalker. Fine, I guess. Like, but
no, it doesn't. It doesn't look like Luke.
It never.
I mean,
it never does.
Even like early Black Series figures looked nothing like their human counterparts. So
the early Black Series figures kept me away from Black Series.
So what got you into Black Series?
The Mandalorian.
Okay.
Mando.
Yeah.
What was your first Black Series figure?
Grogu.
Yeah,
it was actually a weird reason why I got it. I got it not because of Star Wars or anything like that, but because I wanted a tiny alien for a diorama. And I had that for a while before I actually got an actual Star Wars figure for Star Wars.
So have you always been
my first one
customizing and stuff then?
Well, not really. I only got into customizing after I got into Gundam, because Gundam got me into customizing. Then after Gundam, every figure that I got, I started seeing things that, oh, this could be better with that, or that could be better with this, and I started changing things around.
Nice.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite customs that you've done? I've got a couple that like going through your Instagram and stuff that I really like, but
let's see. Some of my favorite customs. The thing about a lot of my customs is most of them are not really finished. They're always like a work in progress.
Sure.
But one of my favorites is this guy right here.
Oh, that's sick.
So when I get those Dark Troopers, I'm going to have 2 sitting right behind him or standing right behind him.
So other than changing, so that was Moff Gideon. Other than changing the cloak out for, I think that was that was
Phasma's
cloak?
cape.
Or Phasma's?
Or was it Cardinal? Was it Cardinals or Phasma's?
Phasma's cape.
Okay.
Then the head, and I got a magnet on his back. I'm going to create a backpack for him.
Oh, look at that detail, like on the arms and stuff.
Are those what the droids?
Q90?
Yeah, Q9. That's Q9's arm and chest. Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Cool. And I had him retain his little skirt thing that he has and his tiny little gun.
So is this basically Moff Gideon after
Yeah, this is him
yeah.
after he tried to escape from the Republic prison and it didn't quite go his way.
So he had to get some robot body parts. I think he did a Cobb Vanth with like a robot arm that looked pretty cool.
I called him RoboCobb.
RoboCobb.
RoboCobb, that's pretty good.
I ended up using the pieces from that to create this.
The Boba Fett there.
Yeah, with the actual accurate color scheme and the accurate shoulder pads.
Yeah, it looks a lot more realistic, the darker color tones on him.
Yeah, the one from Walmart is actually brown. Yeah. And then, let's see. I actually customize most of my figures that I get. So this record right here, you'll notice I customized this part on the side here.
Oh, you gave him a little holster for the pistol. That's I don't understand why he doesn't. Oh, wow. Okay, how did you get the gun on the back?
Magnets.
Magnets. Okay.
Yeah, that's
smart.
That's a really awesome addition.
That's awesome. Yeah.
And I gave Boss these 2 holsters here.
Okay.
It makes him look a little beefier too.
It does. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Added some color to his backpack.
You're making me not like my figures.
Honestly, no. Every time he gets a figure and does something cool to it, I'm like, dang it, that's a really good idea.
And the Hunter here, I added a little holster to him.
Which is weird that he comes with the gun, but not a holster for it.
Is that an extra holster on the side of the backpack?
With a knife. Yeah.
Yep. Got an extra knife just in case.
And again, is that magnets for putting the blaster on there? Yeah.
Yep. Magnets.
It looks
tiny
so
little
good.
magnets.
It looks
that's
so good.
awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you get the magnet to stick on the figure? Do you use like super glue?
Yeah, super glue, or there's a
magnet.
special type of plastic adhesive that you can use. A special type of adhesive.
Mm-hmm.
Just put paint on the back here. Yeah, it looks good.
Yep.
That's really good work.
That looks real good.
And these are the kind of magnets that I use on the side there, you can see. So there's gun right there.
And then on the gun, I see. So they go on the gun and then okay.
And then with the magnet, what you could do is you could paint it black if you don't want it to be visible.
Right. And that doesn't affect how magnety it is.
So with that extra creel,
figure you customized?
Oh, the first figure I customized? Let's see here. It was actually, I believe, this Luke right here.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, that looks like a dark side Luke.
Yeah, it kind of does.
I like that. Kind of like it's like an heir to the Empire Luke, but you know he stayed bad. You have like a little evil family up there. Besides, or Anakin's good because you have the Anakin in the white Vader outfit, but it looks so good. Everyone looks great.
Yeah, and my tech here, I gave him a little holster for his gun in the back.
That's smart because again, no holster.
And then from that extra creel, I gave him this little data pad.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
nice.
That looks so good.
Yeah, that's very fitting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when his helmet is
little goggles.
Yeah.
What I like about your customs is a lot of it's really subtle. They're not huge changes, but they're little changes that add a lot to the figure.
Yeah, the type of customs I usually like to do, I like to make it to where I can change it back if necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So I added that little rocket.
Watch. Yeah.
You don't go like too over the top with it or anything, which is it looks natural, like something natural for the character.
Yeah, like now I wish my Death Watch Mandos had a bandolier. It looks awesome.
Yeah, now I wish I had a robotic, Moff Gideon, like some what if Moff Gideon type stuff.
Omega gave her a little extra.
What sword is that in her hand?
This is a sword from a Marvel Legends Valkyrie figure.
Oh, okay.
So I gave her this holster on the back, but I couldn't figure out what weapon to give
that
her.
Is cool.
No, it looks good. It looks natural. I honestly, I didn't even notice the holster or the backpack because it just looked like it should have it.
So
I gave her these little knee pads too.
Do you do any like washes on your figures or anything like that? Like a
Not
dark
recently, not
wash?
usually. Sometimes I'll do like panel lining. That'll really bring things out. But
Mm-hmm.
with some of the washes, I don't like the way it makes the figure feel. I like all my figures to feel the same way.
Yeah.
So usually with I don't go anything beyond like a top coat. Then I got
Okay.
this boba. I dyed his cloak black,
Yeah.
so it was really light brown before.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I also dyed his clothing there all black.
So how do you dye the figure like black? How do you do that?
Oh, it's a trial and error process. So what you got to do is pretty much boil a pot of water, and you
Okay.
get the particular kind of dye that you want. And there's a very tricky formula. You have to get like a certain amount of parts black to a certain amount of parts water. You dip it in there and you boil the color into it.
Do you take the figure apart?
Yeah. The first time I
Disassemble it
did it, I
together?
didn't do it, and the color didn't get all over the place. So you have to take it apart as much as humanly possible, and then you
So
dye it
like
that way.
for that Boba Fett, how like did you like take it fully apart, like all the pieces, or how'd you?
Yeah,
I'm trying to take notes here so I can maybe start doing this.
get yourself one of these.
A hair dryer, okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to use the boiling water thing, but it
Yeah.
caused a lot of issues, and then you got to wait for it to dry off.
Sure.
The heater's a lot better, and like that's a $10 heater.
Okay. So just a heat gun or a hair dryer to heat it up to make it loose.
Yep. And then you just
All right.
pop them right out.
Yeah. Oh wow, the colors on that.
Oh,
a lot
look
better.
at that.
What holster did you get for the lightsaber?
So one of the figures that were shell forming really badly, Grief Karga,
Mm-hmm.
he went on clearance for like $10. So I bought some of those and just used that as fodder. And I chopped off the holster that Grief had and I gave it to him.
Okay. So for the people listening, that's Cal Kestis, and he's got
Mm-hmm.
the. Did you dye the clothing as well? Is that like,
Yep, I dyed his
Yeah.
Yeah,
top black.
it's all
yeah.
darker,
So it looks a lot darker. Just I don't know if it was the camera or if I was imagining that, but yeah. And then there's a holster for the lightsaber, which looks really, really good.
Yeah, we got to give a big shout out to people like you who buy like the rest of the peg warmers
100%.
that are out there on clearance, so that way the shelves get clear and we get more stock. So big shout out to people like you who customize.
Yeah, I'm
them for
actually
that
planning
reason.
on putting Cal Kestis' head on a Fifth Brother's body.
Okay, to make like
Oh, cool.
a Inquisitor Cal.
Yeah.
That's
look at
rad.
that.
That's awesome. So there's a Sergeant Creel, but was that a
It
Boba
looks like
Fett
a
head?
Boba Fett head dyed red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. This is actually the exact head that the figure came with.
Oh, underneath the helmet. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. Still a work
Would
in
you-
progress, but this
yeah.
is all
Did you,
I've
like,
seen from the comic panel.
Did you like scar it up
Yeah.
with the? Okay.
Yeah, I used a scalpel to like cut into it, and then once
Mhm.
I removed it, like you open it up a little bit, and then you put some color inside of it.
Okay. Well, it looks
Nice.
good.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. What was like what got you into customizing? Like when you picked up your first figure ever and you were like, I have to add something to it.
Well, sometimes you'll get a figure that has like a leg like this, but the knee pad is glued to the top here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's
Mhm.
ridiculous. It's not protecting his knee or his shin or anything. So at first I was really scared to customize, but then I saw a few videos online and I was like, yeah, you can just cut it off, put it right there. But mostly Gundam work. Like I do a lot of Gundams. So that's what got me into that. And then with this guy specifically, like, you know how, if you guys have this figure?
Yep.
So his thing right here, it always falls off.
Yes.
So
it
what
does.
I did here,
Oh,
Magnet.
magnet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, falling off.
the people listening is the crosshair, Imperial crosshair, and he's got the sniper rifle magneted to the side, so it fits on and without falling off. Oh, that looks so good. Everything packs away.
Where do you
really
get
well.
those magnets from?
I ordered them off Amazon. I just typed in tiny magnets.
Okay.
Tiny magnets.
Tiny magnets. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into tiny magnets actually because and just like super glue it on there and then paint it black, super glue it on there. That's
Also can help your Spider-Man stick to walls.
that is amazing. I have like 8 Spider-Mans I need crawling on walls. Yep, I'm gonna do that. I've decided.
And then a modification that I made to this Cobb Vanth here, Black Series Cobb Vanth Deluxe, is I extended the tubing back here.
So it's not super stretched over his arm.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what. How'd you do that?
I bought 2 of them.
That's fair.
So let's see. I had to get 2 of them because I needed to have this flak jacket right here, so you could have the more accurate Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So with the pieces from the other one, I just chopped those pieces up and I glued them onto here. So now you can bend his arm and still have this in a good position, but it won't rip the thing out.
Yeah, that's always
that's really
a concern with Cobb and the new Boba Fett, like any of those, where that wiring it's so tight around the elbow.
Yeah, that's really smart thinking there.
Yeah, I noticed they do that on the Black Series ones, but if you actually have the TVC, they give you plenty of room there.
Oh, there's tons of room.
Yeah, look at that.
So when I bend this arm here, you got all you need.
Yeah, you have some give there.
And the TVC one actually has a little bit more articulation than the Black Series one.
Imagine that.
And soft goods.
Yeah, I love the soft goods. I love the pants on that one.
Did you paint that one at all by chance?
Nope. This is stock.
Yeah, because I think the TVC one, I think TVC figures are coming out like a little darker and more realistic. Like specifically that one, and then the other one that comes to mind is the Quill figure. The paint on that looked really good, and like
I really hope that when we get the Black Series,
on it.
I hope when we get the Black Series version of this, it actually has the knee pad where it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I really hope so too. Like, I mean, why can't we get a Black Series Boba Fett looks like that? Like
maybe in a couple years.
That's a true Book of Boba Fett.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, he doesn't have the loose, goofy pants, the hammer pants or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you put a blaster on the armor. Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mandalorian blaster. Do you notice anything different from her from the front?
Is the visor darker?
Nope. Who is under the helmet? The armorer's secret identity is going to be revealed here.
Let me guess. Oh,
the long-lost twin sister of Bo-Katan, Amora.
Nice.
It looks good. So that fit underneath that helmet.
Yep.
Yeah, you could.
The original head that was under was really weird. It was just a blank head.
Oh, like no face sculpted, like no sculpt or anything.
On it, yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, you could actually paint the hair on that, and
I was thinking about painting the hair black and doing some different things like that.
Make it
still a work in progress.
Of course, like you said, work in progress.
Yeah, most of my customs are kind of a work in progress.
They all look really good.
So this is the Jet Trooper. So I took the Jet Trooper design and I turned them into like a Jet Arc Trooper. And then I bought a bunch of different heads. So now all of my clone troopers have heads underneath.
Did you paint them too, or they come painted?
Well, this one was from Arc Trooper. What was it? Who was the only Arc Trooper to come with a painted head underneath? Yeah, Echo.
Yeah.
So I got a whole bunch of Arc Trooper Echo heads, and I put those under all of my clones.
Where do you get just Echo heads from?
You can go onto the groups and say, "Hey guys, you guys got any Echo heads?"
Okay, I guess that'll work.
And they come painted?
Well, this one's not painted, so this is what they look like underneath.
Okay, I see.
I tried painting them, but it's very difficult to get those eyes. The eyes are like the most difficult part.
Yeah. They really should have given us a Clone Trooper helmet with that Obi-Wan, the Clone Wars Obi-Wan. It makes it look a lot better. That one and the General Obi-Wan as well from the Walgreens. Like that one.
They could have just done a swappable head, with a helmet.
I want them to do that anyway. What's your stance on swappable head versus removable helmet?
I think the removable helmet adds a bit of realism to it, but with dimensions, Like if you look at like what was it, Attack of the Clones? They're not actually wearing the helmets. It's all animation.
Yeah.
So the proportion that you want, if you want the proportion from the movie, you have to have an interchangeable head.
Mm-hmm. And I feel like having interchangeable heads is better for warping, because whenever those clones are first coming out with the head underneath, like we were getting really bad, and the stormtroopers were getting really bad warping.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I got a couple early
Mhm.
stormtroopers and clone troopers that have warped.
Yep.
Yeah. The ARC Trooper looks so much better. Like those. It's so weird they have faces underneath clone troopers. There was no reason for them not to just paint them. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
Like Stormtrooper, I get. You don't need a helmet
Yeah.
or a head underneath there. But any clone trooper, especially when they have unpainted ones under there, that looks really good.
The fin.
The fin, yeah.
Good old George.
So you got, what body is that? Is that, what figure is that? Bring it up
It's
a
the
little bit.
Elite Trooper.
The Elite Trooper?
From Bad Batch, yeah.
A black bearded George.
It's like Evil
Nice.
George. Just turn his beard black.
Yeah.
Now he's a bad guy.
I want a young George. We need a young George in the box.
Oh, and you put it's a
look
Dryden
at
Voss
Yeah.
head on there. Yeah, looks good.
Yeah, so when the figures go on clearance, like this guy was on clearance for like $8. So
The
I was
Dryden
like, I don't
Voss,
really care
yeah.
about the character. I don't like him that much. So
Sure.
I didn't see the film at that point in time. I was like, I don't even know who this guy is, but I'll take his head.
Yeah.
What's your so you said The Mandalorian got you into collecting. So are you like a big fan of the movies?
Oh yeah,
Still?
I've seen all of the movies. I own most of them
Mhm.
as well. I've been into it for the longest time, like since the beginning. But the figures, they always put me off because you couldn't.
Mhm.
They had like no articulation. They didn't look very much like the actors.
Yeah.
But now you got Miggs Mayfeld, which looks
I'm not a stormtrooper.
yeah, it wasn't a stormtrooper.
Wise
So you
ass.
put him on a stormtrooper head.
Yeah.
Do you have like an order of the films that you prefer, like your film ranking?
A ranking? No, not really. I kind of love all of them for different reasons.
That's that's the best answer, if I'm being honest.
I think
I
I would
agree.
probably rank some of the sequel series a little bit lower than the
That's fair.
original, if I had to rank them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we have some questions. Do our guest questions real quick. I think you might have answered this earlier when we asked for top 5 in the Patreon exclusive portion. What's your favorite Black Series figure?
My absolute favorite, if I had to pick just one, gonna have to be Book of Boba Fett, who is actually the Mandalorian Season 2 Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a really good one.
It's like what I like about this guy especially is that his knee pads are actually where they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
But that paint actually was
Mhm.
not there originally. I added that paint there.
Yeah. Little details like that make it look so much better
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, they really do.
Yeah, for being a deluxe for the paint, he actually was missing a lot. So all these silver accents here and over here, I added that myself.
Yeah, it just brings out just like a little bit of detail there, which is really nice. Makes it just look really realistic, especially against that darker color you have on it, the maroon
Yeah, but
color.
I'm pretty sure that once the version of this comes out, that's actually the Book of Boba Fett, that'll probably take my favorite spot.
Yeah.
what did you think of Book of Boba Fett?
Oh, I thought it was great. I thought, well, it was great if you look at it separate from what you think of Boba Fett, like based on the comics and things of that
Sure.
nature.
Yeah.
Because that Boba Fett is definitely not the Boba Fett that you might know from the comics.
100%. That's true.
Yeah. To me, he had some weird motivations, but
Or no motivations. Like, why
Yeah,
did he want to be the leader of the town or whatever? What
Yeah,
Yeah,
I wish they
connection
just
does
that's what I'm
answered some
saying,
of those
like-
questions. Yeah, I would have been. I think people would have been more okay with it had they given a good reason for it.
yeah.
Like
It's like,
in the
dude, didn't
story,
you grow up
yeah.
on Camino, bro?
Yeah.
Like, but
I
what's
do
your,
wonder if Patton Oswalt gave them the idea for that opening scene.
Oh, they had. Yeah, I mean, it was like spot on to that Parks and Rec thing. So
Mhm.
had to have.
I am Boba Fett, just in case you don't know. Yeah, they did him like
Um,
Optimus Prime, always saying his name.
Yeah. So like it connects with the casuals, I suppose. What's your least favorite Black Series figure?
My least favorite Black Series figure. Let's see here. It's going to be very similar to my most favorite Black Series figure. And
Is
that's
that a
going to
Spider-Man
be.
hanging from your wall? What figure is that?
Well, I
Right in
got
the
a couple
middle.
figures hanging from the wall.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I noticed it when you stood up.
Yeah, I got a Miles Morales
Miles.
Spider-Man, and then Hobgoblins hanging up there. Invisible fishing line.
Yep.
So my least favorite is going to be Jango Fett.
Good choice.
And it's
Agreed.
because he had so much promise, and it's like it's really a great figure, but it's hindered a little bit. Like they could have done so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Like look at that arm.
Yeah. It's just so aged out now.
They
Yeah, it
really need to
really.
do a new one.
It's a product of
Yeah.
its time. It's very much
for sure.
2016. Yeah.
Yeah, for back then, amazing, but for
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah, really want a new one on Attack of the Clones card back for sure.
yeah, a lot of people that have this figure, these tubes are actually ripped off or broken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you can't bend the arm fully without it.
Yeah, I mean, when I pose this on my shelf, I have to have the arm straight because, like, if it's a hot day and it gets cold, or and then I also have to have him leaned back against the wall because it's really
he
difficult
wants
to
to
stand
fall.
him.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I have that also the same problem with the those two Clone Trooper Mandalorians. So the Clone Wars Mandalorians that came out with back in 2020, the Loyalist and the Maul one.
Yeah,
Like,
same mold, I believe.
It's the same mold. Yeah, so they have the same problem where they just don't want to stand up. Yeah.
What's a character that you most want to be in the Black Series that's not been made of a figure yet?
That I most want.
You're looking to see what would go with what you have.
Yeah, a lot of my stuff is organized in a specific way. I think some of the Mandalorians. What's that? Let's see here. Who was it that trained Delta Squad? His name's escaping me.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, there's a Mandalorian, Cal Scarata. That's it, Cal Scarata.
There we go.
I'm gonna have to look up this character.
Pulling out the deep cuts. I like that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, he would be pretty sick. He'd be pretty sick on the shelf. All right, next question. What is your favorite innovation from the Black Series? I think we've gotten the same answer on this every time.
Butterfly joints.
Not the same, which is nice. I think it's always going to be one of those two. The other popular one is the photo reel.
Oh yeah, photo reel's good too.
Yeah, butterfly
They're
joints
both
are really good.
Yeah, for sure.
They're both like pretty critical.
Butterfly
if you had to
joints
pick
make
one,
all the difference, man.
Mike, if you had to pick one goes away for future Black Series figures.
I would have to go. The problem with going photo real is it only works for characters that have like real faces. So when you have like stormtroopers or whatever, like they don't need to have a photo real face. Who cares about that? So I want them to have the butterfly joints. But like the old human faces without photo real, everyone.
Yeah, that's what you want. Everyone coming out with like
garbage.
Poe
Exactly. Yeah. That's tough. That's really tough to choose.
That is tough.
I would probably go photo real, but I would not be happy about it.
Yeah, West. I guess West would pick butterfly joints since that was his answer.
Well, I think I would pick to keep the photo reel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I mean, butterfly joints are great, but after you're done playing with a figure and posing them, you're putting up on the shelf and you're mostly looking at it.
That's a good point. That's a real good point.
Yeah, I'd go photo real too, just because. Yeah, most of the humans just stand there, and they stand there. And
I do like
it is tough.
Joints. Like you can't get a good pose like this without butterfly joints.
Yeah, I'm so jealous of that blast effect. That is so good.
It does look so good, doesn't it?
Yeah. What's your favorite era of Star Wars to collect?
Probably modern, like Mandalorian. Everything from Mandalorian. Yeah.
That's a really good one. They're cranking out those figures.
They are cranking them out.
20-something
They're milking
mainline
them.
figures. Oh, yeah.
Just
Keep them
milk
coming.
those teats.
Yep. And last question we have, TBS or TVC?
Gotta go TBS.
TBS all the way. Let's go. Solid answer.
TVC. I mean, you got those tiny little guns. You drop it, and you got carpeted floor. It's gone.
It's gone. You'll find it with a vacuum cleaner.
With a lot of dust.
Yeah, right.
You'd have to wash it and clean it. But yeah, I think you got anything else, Mike? Any further questions?
No, I think that's it.
Any other topics?
I asked all my customizing questions I cared about. That's what I cared about.
Yeah, I love the magnets. I'm gonna have to start using the magnet trick. That's pretty neat. West, how about you tell our listeners where they can find you on the socials and follow you? Like anything you got coming up soon that you want to plug, maybe?
Sure thing. On Instagram, I am known as Actionman8000 and also star_saber_2. And then on Facebook, Primal Star Saber. Let's see, things coming up. No, nothing really. Just more customizing, waiting on those Dark Troopers.
I do got one more question for you, actually. Since you're a big customizer, are you looking into maybe 3D printing some things in the future?
Oh, no way, man. Too expensive right now.
Too expensive?
I mean,
yeah.
If you buy like individual 3D printed things, it can be expensive. It's less expensive if you buy your own printer, but it's a huge cost up front. It's like unless you're really doing something like pumping stuff out and maybe selling things, it's not really a great thing right now to get into.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the issue I'm having, or not issue, I guess, but that's kind of what's stopping me. I really want to do it, but at the same time, there's only 2 or 3 things that I really want. So I'm leaning toward. I'm on the fence because I really want. The few things I really want, it's like the Darth Vader bed, from episode 3, and then the Cloud City, dual base, which you can buy Lance Peter Luke's print and from it's like 2747 Studios, I think is the name. So there's only like a few things that I really, really want, but I'm not. So I can't fully commit to buying a 3D printer just to print a few things and then maybe not print others,
Yeah.
But we'll see when I could just buy those from 2747 Studios and just have what I want and be done.
Yeah. Plus my thing is, I've actually worked with a few 3D prints before. And if you actually feel some of them, depending on the quality, it's kind of got a gritty feel to it. Mm-hmm. It's like my standards of quality are like so high up there. I would have to buy like a super high quality 3D printer to where when you print it, it's coming out like it's like an actual action figure type of quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand that. Ethan, awesome. I'll hit you up. I might have to hit you up with that.
Ethan just said in chat that he got a 3D printer and he said give us a reasonable price. So suck it, everyone that's not us, I guess.
We appreciate it. Mike, we get new listeners every week, so
that's true.
How about you tell us where they can follow you and what you got going on?
I got a YouTube channel, Mike Case. I've done a couple videos this week, actually. I did one on Sev. I did one on One Jack. I did one on those blast effects I showed off. So a couple videos you can go watch. I've posted photos of most of them on my Instagram at Trusty Sidekick, and then I'm also on the Twitter at Mike Case if you just want to see my weird thoughts on things, I guess.
Awesome. Everybody be sure to go follow them. I do want to plug real fast our live show next week. Please join our Patreon members. Join our Patreon. It's going to be open to every Patreon member, whether you're the bottom tier. Well, bottom tier sounds bad. Whether you're the lowest tier or the highest tier, it doesn't matter. You can come join us live. You can potentially join the show. We're going to be pulling people in, hop on for about 5 or 10 minutes, depending on how many we have. Maybe we only have 1 or 2. You'll just split the show. Maybe we'll have 20. We're at 36 Patreon members, so hopefully we can get more by then, and hopefully we can get most people to join. So that'll be really fun. We got giveaways.
we're gonna have a giveaway for our 1
Yeah.
year anniversary, which this is for. But we also are still
Yep.
gonna have a giveaway when we hit 50 Patreon supporters. So
Yeah.
we have potential for 2 giveaways coming up soon.
Yep. So go join our Patreon if you want to join us live and potentially get on the show. I'm hoping we can squeeze in. We're probably going to be recording for a long time. It's going to be Friday, September
I would assume it's gonna be a long episode.
9th. So we're looking at a long episode. I want to get a lot of people on there. You know, we get people in the chat consistently every week. We see the same names pop up. We see the
We
same
had up to
names pop up
7
on Patreon.
in
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we see the same people in Patreon and that DM me on Instagram. So I want to see those people talking to us on the show. I think it'll be really fun to celebrate our 1 year anniversary. You can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at the Star Wars Black Series, the same username on both. Join our Patreon, like I said. If you join the $5 tier, you can watch the video of the show. If you join the $11.38 tier, you can join us live every week. You can't join the show like you'll be able to next week, but you'll be able to participate in the chat. So we thank you all very much who are joined. Follow us on Twitter. At TBS Cantina. Join our Facebook group, Black Series Cantina. I think we're at like over 70 members now, which is pretty awesome. We had a lot of people join last episode. So join our Facebook group. It's like a positive community because Facebook can be kind of negative, the other Black Series group. So we're going to keep it like constructive criticism and mostly positive. You know, post your fine editions. You know, post questions you have if you're a new collector. I actually saw Mike was in there commenting like paragraphs on helping somebody like understand the phases and the waves and all that. Yeah, so
I have all this
Mike
useless information. So if someone asks me a question or just a question out in general, and I know the answer, I'm going to give a very detailed answer.
So yeah, so join the Facebook group. Also, we have merch. If you're a Patreon member, you get a slight discount, but we have like a Rancor Memorial T-shirt. We have a mug. You want a Black Series Cantina mug? I mean, come on now. Who doesn't want a Black Series mug? So we'd appreciate if you go check out our merch. Links are everywhere. I think like on my Instagram, probably on
there are a lot of places.
Yeah, on Patreon. You can find the link and all that. And then email us. We actually did get an email from somebody, which
we did,
which I appreciate. So blackseriescantina@gmail.com. So email us there.
We did. That's right.
If you want to let us know something, and it's very good advice, you know, by that email. So I'm going to try to, maybe we'll get that person on the show. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I told you last episode I'd be better at the plugs because last episode we had a little bit of a layoff, you know, because of SDCC. Yeah. So I feel like it was a little smoother this time. No, and it helped that I had it written down. So
yes, also
and I wasn't doing it by memory. Oh, but that's it. Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool.
So I'm
well,
out now.
Thanks for joining us, West. Thanks for hanging out the whole time, people listening. And we will see you next time for our 1 year anniversary. Of doing this a whole year. Crazy.
That's crazy. That is
crazy.
Wild.
Bye.
Should we get us out of here?
All right.